What's up? This is my first YouTube live, first of many, I hope. Let's see how many people we get in here. I don't expect a lot of people to be joining us. We're going to talk Bitcoin crashing. Yeah, and what's triggering this. We're also going to talk about, I'll answer some questions too for any of you guys who got any questions for me. Talk about a couple coins that I think you really should be looking at during this crash period. For me, when things crash like this, when we go through massive dips, which is created by FUD, fear. Let me mute this 1 second. Yeah. And, let me look at let's see where we at right now. Bitcoin is currently at $9,135 at the time of this live video. And there's a few things we need to talk about. There's a couple suggestions I need you guys should be. What's going on, Bruce? Hey, Akisha. Akisha? Is that how you say it? Akisha? But yeah, so why are we going through a drop? Why are we going through a massive crash like this? Why is this stuff happening? Before you guys even panic, this was already predicted, right? We went from 13, 14K, boom, down to 10K that we hit. We already bottomed out at 9,000. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that as well. The India banning stuff. I actually got information about that. But we want to focus on the most important thing today, and that is, why is Bitcoin crashing? And there isn't a whole lot of technical analysis that you guys need to really go into here. I mean, for the most part, as volatile as our market is, today it is, because it's unregulated, it is controlled mainly by a lot of FUD, by maybe celebrities, marketing celebrities, people or marketing investors who don't know jack shit about Bitcoin, blockchain, decentralization, and the purpose and goal behind it, right? So you have all these people talking all this shit about Bitcoin, and they're missing the whole point of why we are in Bitcoin, because we're trying to transition this economic disaster that our world is going through because of the financial the financial Illuminati, in which all these 1% of 1%ers are controlling all the wealth, right? And today Bitcoin is threatening that economic financial shift of wealth. It is actually threatening the order of things, the Illuminati order, the New World Order, right? And I don't mean to get conspiracy on you guys, but I'm just saying it should be pretty obvious that the world is controlled financially by an elite, right? And that is how they set up the system. That is how they set up the monetary system, the economic system, the financial system. So in the places that you live in right now, it is set up in a way to keep you as a consumer and take away investments, opportunities, and things like Bitcoin away from you. And what's going on? Oh yeah, Bruce, hey, no problem, man. I touch real quickly onto the Bitcoin BitConnect fiasco. When I did that video, I wasn't doing it for any other reason, just to take heed of my warning. Like, I've been in this industry for 10 years. All right. I might look young, but I've been in this industry since 2008. I've been marketing on YouTube since 2008. If you might even see a couple of my videos back from like 2011 still. But yeah, I mean, I've been in and out of these things. I've seen these types of platforms go up and down, and I know telltale signs of when they're going to crash. And I have friends who are in BitConnect, and I know they're subscribed to my channel. So I kind of made that video for them particularly, but I wanted to help other people to, let them know, right? So, my hat's off to those who managed to get out early. But, no hard feelings. Like, I'm not out here to, you know, make people feel bad because they screwed up and got conned into BitConnect. I mean, like I said, if you get in early and they have good intentions, then, you know, you probably could profit from them. But it's like playing Russian roulette, right? You don't want to do that, right? Futures was the worst thing to happen. Futures was one of the worst things to happen to the crypto market. Yes, I agree, because futures put the power back into the, you know, to the Wall Street people, and allowed them, and clearly with the amount of money that they're going to be, they're going to short the gains, right? They want to. This is massive amounts of money for them to have control to manipulate the market, and in a sense, this is one of the things that regulation might not be a bad thing entirely. I mean, we still need to keep the decentralized nature of our industry, the crypto industry. But you know, when we talk about regulation, it's not that bad of a thing. So for those who think regulation is bad, it's not bad. It can help protect our market to a certain extent, right? And so he can get a free Goldgate. It's pretty sure. Who's this guy? I'm gonna ban someone here. So this guy, we have a hater here. But yeah, so, and yeah, oh, and speaking of Goldgate, yeah, I promoted Goldgate, but and I put my own money into Goldgate, but after looking deeper into Goldgate and realizing what it really is, you know, I told people, I said, yeah, do not invest in this, right? I shut down the video, I shut down everything. But with regards to that, yeah, I don't promote lending platforms. I don't condone lending platforms. Stay away from lending platforms if you guys, you know, you don't want to lose your money, right? You know, for me, I'm a, what do you call that? A hands-on type marketer, right? I'm gonna put my money into something. I'm gonna check it out to see if this is something that's, you know, it's legit. It's gonna work. But you know, it didn't take me long to figure that one out, right? So stay away from lending platforms, right? And so yeah, let's get back on topic here. You know, the FUD. So this the other day, I was scrolling through my Facebook timeline, right? And I have a lot of crypto news that pops up. And I also follow the Wolf of Wall Street. What's his name? I forgot that guy's name. But he did a post, and he got an interview with what's that other dude? The other guy, the entrepreneur channel. I can't remember his name. But he did an interview with them, and he was totally shilling and bad mouthing Bitcoin. And this is coming from a guy who built his entire empire on scamming people, right? And the Wolf of Wall Street, he doesn't actually understand anything about blockchain, the purpose of it and what it is, or the technology aspect of it, you know? So we can't really, to take his opinion about what Bitcoin is, if for any of you, if you've seen that video, to take his opinion, you know, take it for a grain of salt, right? You know, maybe he knows what he's talking about in terms of the stock market and stuff like that, shorting on trades and stuff like that, you know. But for the most part, when you hear celebrities, when you hear financial analysis who have absolutely no understanding of the crypto market, be careful what you listen to, right? You know, being in this industry for 10 years, I was taught, like I didn't really have mentors, but I had tons of people that I followed, and a lot of the top people I followed, they said, you got to be careful what you listen to, right? Because what you listen to can poison your direction, poison your focus, poison the industry that you're in, and it can screw up your entire karma for which direction you want to go in. Yeah, let's see what else we got. I'll check out some of the comments here. Yeah, futures. And yeah, Akisha, exactly. And you know, so when you see this drought, when you see this crash in Bitcoin, take it for what it really is. It's what we call a flash sale. It's an opportunity. So if you watch some of my other videos, then you know that when you see the rise in certain high value tokens, you're getting a peek into the future of the value of that token. So tokens like ICX and a few others, you know, you're seeing the potential behind these tokens, and they hit some highs, but they have pullbacks because of how dependent on most of these tokens are on Bitcoin, right? And so when we think about it, you're getting a free. It's like paying a person who actually can see the future to see the future of where the potential of a token goes. So when you get to see this, and then you get it out at a 30, 40, 50% discount, you should be licking your chops, right? You should be saying, okay, I'm seeing the value, I'm seeing the potential of these tokens, these high value tokens, and I mean tokens with actual real futures and real value. That when you invest in these tokens, you're looking at easy gains. That's how I see it, right? This. I mean, I'm not providing you guys with financial advice, but this is how I see these things. I go through and I see the projects. I look at the projects and I see these projects and I see if are these legitimate projects. Do they have a plan of action? Do they have a white paper? Do they have a ledger? What type of decentralization are they working with? Is their project unique? And so when I invest in these certain tokens and I see that they've hit this high and then they pulled back now because of this crash, which means it is an unintentional pullback. So they want to go high. The investors like this project, and they're going to go back to this project. They're all their money didn't get pulled off the market. All their money got put into U.S. Tether or something else that it has a stabilized currency. I mean, to an extent, nothing's really stabilized in our cryptocurrency industry, but for the most part, we could put some money into a certain stable coin and it can stay at a certain rate, right? During crashes like this. But so when you see these tokens, there's certain tokens, high value tokens, everything's gonna crash. It's just we're all so dependent on Bitcoin. But when we do crash, you do get an opportunity. So you should be getting your funds ready. You should be like, okay, we're going through another crash here. I need to get my funds ready, and I need to move some money around, and I need to get some money into these high value tokens, right? Let's check out the chat here. What else we got here? Salt. I haven't looked into Salt. Arizona. No, I'm not from Chicago. I'm Native American though, so that should tell you why I got the symbol there. Let me see what else we got here. You're talking about the profit that shows Arizona. No, not the Arizona MSNBC. I'm talking about. Let me see. Just give me a second, and I'll bring it up right now. We have. What is that guy's name? I usually see his posts pop up right up front. You know what I wanna do is I wanna learn how this is my first live stream. I've never actually learned too much about it, but I want to do the on screen and be able to have myself pipped in the corner. So I'm gonna learn that, and I'm gonna be doing live Q&As when I release what I believe is a high value token or a high value coin, doing some updates on some news as well. If I do news and those types of videos, I'm going to keep them strictly to uploads and stuff, because then, I'm not so focused on the chat box. But for the most part, when I do live, I'm going to be doing live ICO reviews and live token reviews as well. And I'll have myself pipped in the corner so you guys can see my screen. I'm going to learn about it. I'm actually just testing this out because I wanted to see what type of quality I can get out of my cam and also my light. So yeah, let's talk about some. I'm gonna skip that video but you could probably find it on Facebook. Wolf of Wall Street. Type in Wolf of Wall Street Bitcoin, and you'll see he says some interesting things. He doesn't say Bitcoin is gonna plummet anytime soon. He says it might even hit 30K, 50K, whatever, right? But he's saying that the rug is going to be pulled out from everybody eventually, and that's something to keep in mind. And you know what? He's not entirely wrong, because when we get to a certain stage, if it's not regulated at a certain point, then the rug can be pulled out from everybody's feet. But the problem is right now is that we're in a certain situation to where because we're unregulated, people are manipulating the market massively, and there's this we have to find a way to regulate cryptocurrency, but at the exact same time, don't take away from the essence or the nature of it, right? We have to find a way we can regulate it, and at the exact same time protect the organic nature, the actual organic nature of what cryptocurrency is, the decentralization, and keeping the power inside the people, right? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, no problem, Manu. Yeah, this is all new to me. This Facebook Live stuff, pretty cool. But yeah, let's talk about a couple coins. I have 3 coins that you really need to be taking a look at during this dump, during this high. I mean, we're at $9,165 still. There's some that say we can bottom out at between 7,000 or 8,000. Don't take my word for it. I'm just saying, monitor your coins. But 3 coins that I've researched into, that I've seen massive potential in, and that you should be taking a notice of. The first one, see, if I was doing it on screen, I could show you guys this, but I'm not, so I can't. But I might be able to pull my cam over so you can see my screen. So the first one is called Trinity Network Credit. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of this. Trinity Network Credit is, let me see here, and you can visit it at trinity.tech. It's an off-chain scaling scheme for Neo. So basically, you know how the Lightning Network is for Bitcoin now, and it's doing very well. And that kind of levels the playing field with all these Bitcoin forks trying to pretend to be Bitcoin, like Bitcoin Cash, and trying to turn Bitcoin irrelevant, but because of speed and transaction and all that stuff. But Trinity is that of the same nature as Bitcoin Lightning Network is to Bitcoin. So Trinity is to Bitcoin. Trinity is like Lightning Network to Bitcoin, but to Neo. And it's one of my buddies, Kyle, the Crypto Zombie. You guys can check him out. He's got some really good videos. And he was at the private party, and they were at the Trinity Network Credit after party at the NeoCon. And basically, he says he got some really good insider information about how this coin is going to be pumped heavily. So look into it. This is something that you guys. One of the things that I've noticed is the high valued products and services and projects like Trinity has it because it has its own blockchain. These coins are blowing up, like literally blowing up. And when you see these types of private blockchain based projects, well, not private, I mean, but like they have their own projects based on their own blockchain. These types of coins right now are kind of the value is just skyrocketing really fast. Trinity Network credits is something to look at. Do your research on it. I highly encourage you to take a look at that right now, because you're getting it at very cheap. I just bought a bunch at 29 cents. Yeah, I did lose about 3 cents in it, but I'm not worried about that. If it goes lower, then I'm probably just gonna, buy some more, right? Next token that you need to be looking at is Neblio. Okay, and I'm gonna point out a couple quick things that you should be taking into consideration when you look at Neblio. Neblio market cap is only at about 178 million. Circulating supply. Now, these are two things that you really should focus on when you invest in certain types of tokens. Don't try to trade them. Don't try to sell them. Don't when you get a hand on these types of tokens, they're gonna $100, $200 like moon pretty quick. So the total supply for Neblio, which can be found at Binance here. Let me post. You guys want to sign up through Binance through my link? You can find Neblio at Binance. Right now, it's currently at $13.95, which is extremely cheap. It mooned to about $40, and then because of the crash, boom, plummeted, right? But this is a very high value coin and very limited supply. So there's actually the total supply is only 13,521,434 Neblio tokens available, and in circulation there is only 12.7 million in circulation right now. So the reason why Bitcoin became so valuable is because of the lack of availability in the market. There's not a whole lot of Bitcoins available for people. This is half of what which is available. So a lot of people are predicting that this coin is probably going to hit upwards of maybe it's a lot like Zcash. I think that's what it's called, Zcash, right? Let me see here. Yeah, Zcash. It's a lot like Zcash because of the circulating supply. Like Zcash only has 3,184,000 circulating. So the value, these tokens become so valuable. And Neblio is a lot like these other platforms. They have their own blockchain, and because of that, the project is so high valued. So the token is so high valued. So look into Trinity Network Credits and Neblio. Trinity Network you can buy at KuCoin.com. And yeah, so let me see. You guys got any questions about that? Just get them to ICO level and flip one on exchange. Simple as that. Yeah, it is as simple as that. But the thing about it is when you shop and you get into ICOs, then yeah. But most of the ICOs are being regulated now, and they're forcing KYC. Americans don't get access to that, which is a huge, it's a huge setback for a lot of these platforms. So yeah, I agree. If you get into ICOs early and you get the token at cheap, then by all means do that, right? But for the most part, you're not going to get access to that unless you're outside of America. I get access to it, because I'm Canadian, but even then, they're trying to regulate Canada as well. Let me see. And the next token is ICX. Icon, ICX. Icon just launched their mainnet. I think it was on the 26th. And they just had the Icon convention, ICX convention. I think it was on the 31st. This token has massive value. I was pretty well invested in Ethos, and I still have a pretty decent position in Ethos based on where the value of the token is right now. But I took 33% of my tokens, cashed them out, and because I was already 3 times my money, so I was actually playing with profits. So I took 33% of my tokens from Ethos and put it into Icon. And the reason why is for the exact same reasons for Trinity Network Credits and Neblio, is because of the value behind it. When I research projects, I don't research based on a lot of the hype. I look into the projects. I look into see where is this project going? Do they have a timeline? And does it provide an actual solution? And much of the time, when you invest in these types of tokens like Icon, ICX, you're looking at pretty damn easy gains. I mean, we can see Now, when Bitcoin corrects back up, and it goes back up and it gets out of this slump that we're always in, the slump that was created by fear, by the FUD, by the deception of a lot of financial analysis and people who are just trying to tank it. And you know why they're trying to tank it is because they want to buy it and they want to get it when it bottoms out. But when you buy into tokens with high value, like ICX, like Trinity credits, Trinity network credits, like Neblio, they're going to bounce back really well. They're going to recover extremely fast because all the volume that was pulled out of it was just people trying to protect their profits. All that volume's coming back into it. I remember earlier this morning, I went to bed at like 4 in the morning because I was trading. But the backup buy volume in ICX was huge, and the backup buy volume in Neblio was huge. And there was just not enough sells. There wasn't enough people selling because these people were hodling. And the reason why they're hodling is because they know the value and they don't want to lose that position, right? So yeah, guys, let me see. Qland, let me check out this guy here. Have you already touched on Q Cash? No, I haven't. No, it's NE Fearless One. It is Neblio. I think that's right. Yeah. Just go to coinmarketcap.com and there's Neblio. I'll post the links here. Neblio, Trinity. And what is it? Icon. And, when you become an investor, so this is one of the things that I've learned about investing, right? I started stretching myself around way too much, right? Into projects that pale in comparison to Icon and Ethos, network credits, and Neblio and like Neo and stuff. I started stretching myself into different projects that are decent in nature, but I only bought into them because they got pumped, right? And so I started focusing a lot of my energy and my investment portfolio into high value tokens, and because of that, my portfolio recovers really well in these types of times, and they sustain a good portion of value in these types of times. I don't suffer as much as a lot of other people who are like invested in Tron and Verge and these other coins. I mean, I don't want to badmouth all the people who invested in those types of projects, but a lot of them, they're just based on hype and hearsay, right? There's no real serious game-changing value built behind these projects, but there's some really good marketing built behind them, right? And so don't stretch yourself around. If you have a strong position in certain high-value tokens, you are putting yourself in a position financially where you are going to reap the benefits. You're going to reap the fruits of your patience and labor. You're going to see a dramatic shift in your portfolio if you stay patient with these high value tokens, because the industry, they know where the value is at. A lot of the smart investors and the whales know where the value is at, and the whales take advantage of a lot of the newbies who get conned into like Tron and Verge and all these other shit tokens, and then all their money is put into these high value positions and really strong positions in these companies because it's such easy gains, right? And you're gonna see a lot of money right now when we see when our industry gets hit hard like this by where Bitcoin crashes. Don't panic. Don't worry about those things, because what's happening is we're opening up the industry for the whales to come back in. And maybe they might manipulate the market more. Maybe they might do that. Or maybe a lot of these hedge funds, financial capitalists, and financial people who control massive portfolios for other people, maybe they're going to come in, buy a shitload of Bitcoin, and then it's going to increase the market cap so much. It's going to increase the value so much. We're going to see Bitcoin hit some serious highs. So stay strong, be confident about cryptocurrency. Stop doubting yourself. I mean, there's points where I doubted myself, but then I remember, okay, I'm a smart investor, right? Like, this is why I get massive gains on whatever the hell I put my focus, time, and energy and money into, because I take the time to research the industry, research why it's going to change our world. QuantStamp, yeah, QuantStamp is a good project, but wow, man, QuantStamp crashed pretty hard. I actually stayed away from QuantStamp after I bought some, and then boom, it just I compared QuantStamp to a lot of different other projects, and I just asked myself, okay, what is the point in spreading my money around so much in so many different projects when I can have a really strong position in a project that is going to moon, right? So I don't see the point in those types of things. Blockchains are really strong projects. Legitimate cryptocurrency exchanges are really strong projects. So those are things that people should be looking into. Don't stretch yourself around too much, because there's really no point in it, right? You want to protect your portfolio with high value tokens, and you can't lose. You can't lose with high value tokens. I mean, look at Ethereum. Ethereum is standing pretty damn strong in this market crash. I mean, it's at $1,000. It's only 4.5%. It has dipped. Everything else is 10 to 50%. So Ethereum's looking really strong right now. Highly encouraged. Neo too. Neo is looking really good. I had a strong position in Neo, but I decided I was going to move a little things around so I can invest in some other high value projects. But with Neo crashing down, I mean, it's at 126 right now. If it gets down to about 110, if I'm lucky, I'll probably put a good chunk into it. Maybe I'm not going to say how much, but I'll probably put a good chunk of money into it. Just because, Neo, there's a good chance that Neo's probably going to hit $1,000 this year. Good chance. If we ever get out of this slump, if we ever get out of this slump, then there's a good chance it could hit $1,000. All right, guys. So we're getting get rid of Bitcoin. You grab a bunch of Dent at 2 cents. Dent coin, yeah. Like I said, man, this is CarVertical is a project you guys should be looking at. I'll probably do a review on CarVertical very soon. Right now, it's pretty much peanuts to get access to it. Let me see, CarVertical. CarVertical is almost down to ICO price. Wow, and that is one of the things that ICOs might notice, right? Is in this time of despair in cryptocurrency, might not be a good idea to launch an ICO, because what's the first thing everybody's going to do, especially in a market like this? Once coins hit the market, and if you're not fast enough, you're not going to get top value for your dollar, for dumping your tokens. And so what's going to happen is when these companies come out of ICO, huge dump, and there is no recovery. There's no recovery in the dump because of Bitcoin's value, right? Bitcoin's value keeps dropping. So I mean, if Bitcoin recovers really well, we hit that bullish stage, which a lot of people, a lot of crypto, technical crypto gurus are predicting. After it bottoms out, probably like around 8,000, possibly. I don't know. That's just what they say. Don't take my word for it. But that's what I'm hearing. I don't need to really actually do all this technical analyst stuff myself. I just leave it to professionals, right? My where I come from in this industry is doing proper research, knowing where to put my money, and just cutting through all the bullshit and just sticking straight to the facts and the things that I know will moon a coin, right? Take a coin to the moon. But CarVertical is something to look at. If you guys, you can get it at KuCoin, and it's almost that ICO price right now. I'm probably going to be buying another, probably putting another G node into that, get 100,000 more tokens. So that's something to look at right there. They have a really good project, and they're the first to the market. Just came out of ICO, and they actually released CarVertical on KuCoin, but 4 months early. And so they didn't really get a chance to do much hype marketing and that stuff. There's basically, oh, KuCoin's going to take us, so we're going to launch on KuCoin, which in a sense might not have been the smartest idea, especially in this time, right? It might have been, to wait at least a month would have been smarter. Like for those of you who are on my channel who invested in Electroneum, know that, when Electroneum did a really good job, and we hit up, what, I think 21 cents, right? 21 times our money. What do you call up? Yeah, good idea. I mean, CVs like CarVertical is the risk is like what can happen? What's the worst that can happen? It goes down to ICO. It goes below ICO price. It doesn't matter if it goes below ICO price. It doesn't matter if it gets to a third of ICO price. As soon as we get into a certain place where Bitcoin goes bullish, these projects go bullish, and they're gonna skyrocketing, and you're just gonna get massive, massive value for your money, right? So take that into consideration when you see these ICOs, right? How long have I been in crypto? I've been in crypto. Well, I've been doing cryptocurrency for about 3 years. For the past 6, 7, 8, 7 months, I've been doing investing, and I've only been trading for about. We just crossed 2 months, and I'm doing very well for myself in trading. I'm a quick learner, right? I put it off for a very long time on learning how to trade, but yeah, so I started trading and killing it in trading. Learning a lot about charts, learning how to read the charts, learning trends, picking up all those things. For the most part, too, I don't try to get too technical about my trading. I stick to the basics and I stick to what I know, right? All right, guys. So I'm gonna. Hey, quiet. Quiet. My dog. All right, guys. So I'm gonna cut it short. Not cut it short. We went for 38 minutes. Quiet. Yeah. I mean, this is my first stream. Hopefully, I get this. I figure out how to do the on screen so I can show you guys some on screen and some information there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, share the video. I mean, shoot me some likes, guys. Hit up the likes. Help me get some likes if you guys enjoyed my content. It's my first video, and yeah, hodl gang, right? Hodl, and when you get into when the market goes like this, it's not time to sell. It's time to buy. It's called the flash sale. All right, guys. Peace.